All righty, so just to get started, this will be the page that everyone comes to get started into their platform on the onboarding. Depending on what triggers for you, if you needed the Google, the Microsoft, or what we're going to use today is going to be signing up with just an email. So Jen, I'm going to go ahead and let you go from there.
All right, I'll start here. Proceed.
Yeah, so this can be anything you might like on it. Just a company name normally is what we would suggest doing here. So you can just put whatever you'd like.
Awesome. Great. Fantastic.
Good deal. So right off the bat, it's going to kind of just ask you for you and your company what might best fit, whether it's you need this SOC 2 report in 2 to 3 months, you're thinking about it this year, but not in a huge rush, or you're just kind of exploring it. So whichever one really suits you and your company.
Awesome. I think I will start with, I need it in the next 2 to 3 months.
Great. And then right off the bat, it's going to ask you personally and your company, what roles do you host? You can also pick more than one. So if any of these do apply, go ahead and select those and we can keep going.
All right. Let's see. Marketing, do some IT, maybe we'll do some sales. Depends on the day. Proceed.
Great. So Miss Kira is here. That's going to help you through the process as well. So she's just letting you know what we're about to go through. We're going to talk about your company and then figure out what your tech stack is. And then we're going to go ahead and create that scope based on everything you select coming up.
Okay.
So she's just asking about different things in your company and then also letting you know that anything you select, you can change later. So I don't want anything to kind of scare you thinking that it's concrete and you can't go back. So yes, the best knowledge that you know when you answer these questions.
Awesome. And also, Kelsey, just to clarify, none of this data is being stored in Content TrustCloud, correct?
Correct.
Gotcha. Awesome. All right, let's see. Do we have the security awareness training? Yes, we do. Okay, I'm not entirely sure on that. I'm sure we do. Let's see. Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. And we'll go on down here.
And just something a little fun on the right-hand side, you can actually see as you're going through and selecting these and answering questions, how much is being already built out for you in this SOC 2 process. So just a fun little thing with that blue square on the right.
Awesome.
So now on this page, you're just going to be selecting what cloud infrastructure you work in.
Right.
You can select more than one, so whatever really suits you.
Let's just go with Google today.
Awesome.
All right. Google Cloud.
This Kira is just talking about, now we're going to go through and we can either click or drag over the different GCP tools that you use. So you can say, select tools for me.
All right.
I'll look at the 4 that are on the Google that you might use. Go ahead and select which ones that you and your company use and bring that over to your tech stack.
All right. And I assume we will get to the rest of my tech stack like Salesforce or HubSpot later, right?
Yes. So as you keep going, we'll kind of go more in depth about all of the different tools you use. This is more specifically for that cloud service.
Got it. And if I don't see a tool here that I use,
you can always search that. Or later on, there's actually a way that you can add these later inside the platform. So we can do that as well.
Awesome. All right. Other tools in my stack. Awesome.
So this is exactly what you were talking about.
Yeah.
You're going to go through these different tools on our catalog. We just have the ones that are selected most out and showing, but we do have a longer list that you can search on your own, or you can actually add them later on in the platform.
Wonderful. All right. I think that's good.
Great. All right. We'll proceed on.
All right. SOC 2 scope.
Next page is talking about, you've selected all of your tech stack, whether it was what cloud infrastructure and what systems you're using. If you want to go ahead and continue here, we'll jump in. So now we're going to actually figure out what of these systems in your tech stack hosts customer confidential information. So we already kind of selected some, which are those 4 at the bottom, just based on best practice. But for your company specifically, if any of those 4 don't host customer confidential, you can bring it back up to the top stack, or if anything in the top does, you can bring it back down.
Got it. All right, let's just move this down.
So just a fun fact here is that later on, if you end up not using a system or you adopt a new system, you can add those, and you can also change the information that you say is being hosted in it. So for here, it says customer confidential. You find out later that maybe one of yours that you picked, Azure, doesn't actually host it. You can actually change that classification later as well.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
All right, so we can just move forward here.
All right.
And just like that, in 4 minutes, Jennifer, you have officially onboarded.
That's
so
awesome.
If you want to click one more forward for me, we can actually see what all you built out.
Okay.
So in these 4 minutes, you actually got 83 controls built out for you, all mapped to SOC 2. 18 policies have been fully written for you to start going through and approving, all mapped to SOC 2 as well. And 82 tests have been built out just by those 5 easy steps at the beginning. So you are good to go.
That's awesome. Great. So Kelsey, how are we actually bringing this information in, since we're not integrating just yet with those systems?
So at the moment, they're all built out as self-assessment tests. So you have all the controls in place for that. And as time goes, you can start doing the integration process. And once they are integrated, they will run on their own. And if they pass, it will collect that evidence for you. And if there's something that you might need to do to make sure that they pass, it will actually start walking you through the steps on how to remedy that.
Okay.
And forward on that, so you show the progress.
Awesome. That's great to know. All right. So what's next?